This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
I'm privileged today that I get to bring you Beth Comstock. She's with us. I'm going to read her biography. Her mission is to understand what's next, navigate change, and help others do the same. By cultivating a habit of seeking out new ideas, people, and places, she built a career path from storyteller to chief marketer to corporate vice chair. Beth spent nearly 3 decades at GE until December 2017, and as Vice Chair of Business Innovation and previously Chief Marketing Officer, she led efforts to accelerate new growth, develop digital and clean energy futures, seed new business, and enhance brand value. Beth, thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Oh, thanks for having me. Good to talk to you, Derek.
I've got a question for you. Talk about it in your book, but I want to hear your mindset, and we touched on it some, but to go from an introverted publicist to GE's first women vice chair, there's a lot of layers in there. Tell me the mindset there and just some highlights, because that is a big transition to go to, and you have done business and are leading others and have at the highest level, and so to see that and to hear your story from that standpoint is really just powerful to me.
Well, thank you. But obviously it took a lot of personal work, championship from others, and years. I mean, there were several decades in that path. I think as an introvert, and I'm still an introvert, I've learned how to overcome the parts that hold me back and use the parts of it that are really good to my benefit. And so I think early on, I started to realize that my quietness was holding me back in some cases. I would go to meetings with ideas but not speak up. I would go to events, whether it was customers or networks or colleagues, and I wouldn't socialize. I would show up and leave. And I realized I missed opportunities. And so I started just a mindset shift, kind of be small micro behavior steps for myself, saying, I'm going to go to this meeting and I'm going to ask one question. I'm going to go to this meeting and I'm going to pitch this idea. You start small. You don't go to the board meeting and do that. You start with your colleagues. Or I would go to a networking event and I'd say, okay, I'm going to go meet one person. Okay, there's Derek. I'm going to go say hi to Derek and then I can leave. Next time I'm going to say hi to 2 people and then 3. And so it was just a series of personal challenges, and that really helped me. That was a mindset and behavior shift. The other for me was just that I think this is a marketer in me, but what's your unique value? And I think I had to really rely on my curiosity. I'm a curious person. And that helped me to see trends, learn things, to be less shy about things. And I would rely on that. So, hey, it's not my idea. I've seen this in the marketplace. I believe this trend is happening. So that gave me a bit of a voice and kind of opened an innovation path for me. And so those, I think, are things that changes I had to make in myself. And then, as I said, the other thing I'd say would just be really important is to have good champions, people who believed in me, who saw those ideas, who often when people would be like, oh, here she comes with another one of her harebrained ideas, they'd be like, back off, let her try it for a while. She's got this. So I think you have to have both your own internal work, but you need to be in an environment where that's encouraged as well.